Welcome everybody back to the channel. My name is Razor and this is Razor Gaming, where I cover Star Citizen content. And today we're going to go ahead and get into a short one. The roadmap Roundup came out and we're going to go ahead and get into it, read over a little bit, and I'll give my thoughts at the end on what I think about this roadmap and what I think about what's coming out in the future to come. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we start off with every 2 weeks we accompany the roadmap roundup with a brief explanatory note to give you insight into the decision making that led to any changes. So bam, we're just gonna stop right there. This is this disclaimer for everybody, whether or not you're new to the roadmap or this is your 100th time hearing it. It's just a disclaimer. It's just a reminder that the 1.0 column showcases features and content planned for inclusion in or before Star Citizen 1.0. That means it can come before 1.0 or it could come when they are ready to release 1.0. So all in all, everything that you'll see in the 1.0 column, it lets you know that at some point when it's ready, it will be moved over. There will be no 5.0. There will be nothing like that, no 10.0. It will go from a 4.0 branch to a 1.0 branch when it's ready to be released. So everything that is ready as it comes through the 1.0 branch will be moved over to a 4.3, I'm sorry, not a 4.3, but a 4.x patch, and where we'll be able to test it out and use it. All right, let's get into the release view. So the 4.3 release view, all 4.3 cars have been set to committed. So the Sniper Light Armor Guys, the Wicklow Light Combat Stealth Suit is the Light Combat Stealth Suit. The new hairstyles, the Dynamic Snow Ladder improvements, Onyx Facilities, Wicklow Special Ships, and the Vault Sniper. We also have the Kruger L21 Wolf coming in, so that's been committed as well. Now let's get into the 4.3.1. So NPC dropships are coming into the verse, or should I say they have already been here. So a little bit of background, they've already been here. They didn't work very well. Well, now they're expanding them into Pyro. So the NPC dropships introducing NPC dropships into Pyro, defending outposts and deploying reinforcements when the local population is attacked. Nice little thing. We'll see how it works. Before in the past, when the NPC dropships would come in, they'll come in, one would come in, you'll blow it up, whatever, kill all NPCs coming through. Then another one would try to come in and it would land exactly where that last NPC dropship came in, causing a lot of mess. So we'll see what kind of fixes they've done to that. Okay, so heavy utility armor. I've already said that that's been set to tentative. So has the medium utility armor Ambrose, that's been postponed to a later date. And then we have new hairstyles coming in. I believe there are 2 new hairstyles that are coming in. This has been set to tentative, and then AI FPS turrets. They talked about that previously before. It was supposed to come in 4.3.0, but it's been pushed back. I think they said 4.3.1 before that it'll be pushed back to that, but it looks like now it's been postponed for just a later date. So probably something that they still got to work out, still got to get the kinks out. What I'm understanding that is FPS turrets are supposed to be for places like contested zones, so the AI can actually get on the turrets and they're shooting at you, and it creates another way for you to kind of like have to solve that puzzle and figure out how to get around it. So anyway, moving on, mission pickup locations, enabling new missions to be discovered and added to journals when you approach or enter a designated area. And this has been postponed to a later date. All right, cool. The Volt LMG Fresno, or Fresno, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how they're trying to pronounce that. So it's been introducing Volt's Heavy Hitter, a machine gun that ramps up the punishment as it heats up, trading rate of fire for raw stopping power as it nears peak overheat and unleashes searing energy blasts capable of tearing through hostile forces with terrifying efficiency, featuring a hefty reload time, but with a high capacity magazine. All right, cool. And then down here we have the progress tracker. We've made a few additions to the progress tracker, which you can review below. Just a reminder, when progress on the deliverable is marked as complete, it doesn't necessarily mean it's ready for release. It may still require downstream support, transition to another team for further work, or other additional steps before completion. I would also like to add that everybody remember that we are less than 2 months out before CitizenCon. Yeah, CitizenCon is October 11th. So we're about less than 2 months, or right at that 2 month mark. A lot of these things that you're gonna see on here for the progress tracker that you will see as completed, or work is getting done on them or something like that. I would like to tell you to reserve your excitement. Reserve your excitement. Some of these things, yes, we'll probably see them here shortly. And when I say shortly, I mean within the next 6 months. And if you know anything about CIG, that is relatively shortly. So within the next 6 months, we'll probably see some of these things. But a lot of these things are probably stuff that they've updated for CitizenCon, so they can show us where they're at right now, what they're planning on doing with it in the future. So just temper your expectations. Get excited, because engineering is one of those things that they got put on the progress tracker. We'll check it out here real quick, the progress tracker. I just kind of go over these things, but a lot of these things still have work to be done, and some of them have been completed. So let's go over to the progress tracker real quick. Okay, here we are back over to the progress tracker, and just real quick, I just want to touch on two things. Okay, so we're going to look at crafting because it was on the progress tracker, and then we're going to look at engineering over here. So real quick, crafting, it had 102 weeks. So, this description of it, for those who are not exactly sure, is implementing the ability for players to craft various items using resources from throughout the persistent universe. And as you can see, it has work going all the way through December. So this is something that I expect that we probably won't even see until, at the very least, Q1 of 2026. And honestly, if we're really being fair, if I'm going to say Q1, it would have to probably be at the end of March, because if you remember, December through January, they usually take a holiday, kind of figure out what they want to plan for that year, and then that's when they get into it. And if they are holding true to Squadron 42 coming out in 2026, I expect that 2026 is going to be heavily Squadron 42 focused on rolling it out the door. So just to show you, it was on the progress tracker, and it's really just got work going all the way until December. It's good that they're still working on it. They got, stuff coming, probably some updates coming with it, in CitizenCon, but this is kind of where we're at. And then down here with engineering, so it had 92 weeks of work. Now, I know for some of you old heads, people who've been playing this game for, longer than 5 years, kind of in my group of people who've been playing for longer than 5 years, we know the heartbreak of engineering. I think it's supposed to come out 3/18 or 3/19, something like that. And we've always gotten like little updates. Oh, hey, it's closer than you think, and it'll be coming out, this time. It was, if I remember correctly, I would have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it was slated to come out along with Pyro on 4.0, but they took it off and decided not to bring it out with Pyro. So this is something that we have gotten a lot of updates. I won't say a lot of updates, but we've gotten some tangible updates this year on engineering, and we do know a tech preview is coming out for it here within the next couple weeks, hopefully, without anything kind of derail them from actually being able to do that, and we can get our hands on it. We did get an update last month on engineering on some things that they developed for it, and they kind of improved on. So, looking forward to that. Excited about that, but the work for that is supposed to go all the way until about October. So, yeah. And then there was one other thing. Oh, yeah. Inventory system. The inventory system refactor. Here we go. So, this is supposed to have about 5 weeks of work on it. Now, I'm not sure, but I'm a theory craft. What I'm thinking, also item expiry. We'll talk about that here in a little bit too. But what I'm thinking when it comes to the whole inventory system refactor is that because they also said in it as well that they're working on the UI for the inventory system. So back in a couple of ISCs ago, they talked about the inventory system, showed a graphic. I'll try to put it up about reworking the UI for the inventory system. I believe this is what they're talking about. I think they said that they were going it was going to be a while before they actually start working on it, and through whatever means, whatever happened, I guess whatever talking that they did, they decided they're going to start working on it now. So this is good. It has 5 weeks of work on it. So we're talking all the way to October. So this is something that I'm guessing that we're probably going to see at CitizenCon. This is one of those things where I think they're going to say, hey, look, this is what we're planning. I don't think we're going to get any implementation of it this year, but I think we're going to see it at CitizenCon. So that's one of those disclaimers I talked about, that like, hey, some stuff is going to be like, hey, yeah, we might see this here in the next couple months. But then some other things are going to be, we're probably seeing this at CitizenCon as a update. And item expiry. So enabling functionality for items such as key cards to now have an expiry timer for which they are rendered not functional. This is one of those things I think we're just going to wait and see, because I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it yet. I'm not sure exactly which items they want to expire. I have seen some mock-ups of what, you know, they could consider items expiring, but a lot of those items, I would say 90% of those items, we don't even have in game yet. Like, you know, stuff that we would use for the ability to craft. So I hope they're not giving those type of things as like an expiration date. Not right now, because we don't even have that stuff in. So, you know, they say key cards. I hope it's, you know, key cards as like stuff that goes to like the Onyx facility or something like that. I hope it isn't something that's like a have-to or facility key card, because I look at it as something that should be more long-term. But yeah, anyway, that's the whole progress tracker. That's the release view. That's, you know, the update that we got. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. Please like, share, and subscribe if I earned that today. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the verse. Peace.